leading to something.
Hello, my lovelies. I am Sha'Rell here to explore all things magical, mystical, and timey-wimey. Today, we are talking about a New York bestseller. It is a book that I have really just determined was like one of my favorites ever. And it's called A Discovery of Witches. And it is by Deborah Harkness, who is a historian as well as an author. And it is part of a series, the All Souls series. Um, Basically, it's about a historian named Diana Bishop, who is also technically a witch, and she finds a bewitched manuscript. All kinds of calamity ensues afterwards because Diana doesn't want anything to do with magic, really. And this book, even though she sends it back, basically brings all of the things that she's been trying to avoid into her life. She comes from a long line of bishop witches, but she doesn't want to be the next bishop witch. And so this book just brings all of the things that she's been trying to run away from her whole life. But it's beautiful. So I came across this story actually because I am a huge fan of Doctor Who, and River Song is like my favorite character in the entire world ever. So Alex Kingston started researching her, and then I saw that she was in a new project and it was called A Discovery of Witches. And I was like, well, Alex is in it, so like it must be amazing. So I watched like one episode, and then I realized at the end of it, it does the thing where they're like, oh, based on book by blah, blah, blah. So I was like, this is a book. So I enjoyed the first episode. So I was like, let me read the book. And then I was like, where has this book been all my life? Like, where have I been? I've been missing something. It is, I love, 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 love this entire story, all of the things, all of it. And the audiobook, because as somebody with ADHD, sometimes the audiobook is the only way I'm going to get through with it because I don't have time to sit down and read it, or my brain won't let me do that. So I loved it. And I think the narrator's name is Jennifer Akeda, and like she's got great voices. Like you can distinct voices between everybody. Like her performance adds a whole lot to it. Like I would have loved the story anyway, but hearing her read it was spectacular. She's amazing. It's definitely one of those books that you're gonna reread because I've reread it several times since the first time I ever actually paid attention to it. Like I read it several times. It gave way more than I expected. Just, it hit me like all the feelings. I had times where I was like yelling out loud at this book. Like, I can't believe she would do that. Like, who is doing those kind of things? Like I did those kind of things when I was reading this book. Also like she is a historian. So a lot of the author, Deborah, her points are historical facts, and she'll just throw a twist on like some historical facts. So it'll be somebody who was supposedly, in the past something that really happened. She'll make it into a twist where you're like, oh, wouldn't it be? That might actually be awesome if it happened that way. Like, I think I would love that. So it gives that feeling of a lot of it. It's not just, there are no werewolves, unfortunately. That's the only one that I'm like, dang, I wish I could have been werewolves too. But there are demons and vampires and witches in this. And so, and humans. So, it's kind of one of those magical things. All of the characters in her book actually came across as really well developed. There are people, they feel like real people, because there are a lot of books where, you get like a little bit of a character or some slightly, just like this little different, this little on the surface definition of a person. And it's not really where most of, like if I'm in a book, I want it to be a character that like I would want to either know or kill in real life. Like I need that. I need that person that's like, they feel like a real person, feel like they have depth to them. They have traits and things like that. And you can tell that Deborah took a lot of time. She, poured into them, made sure they were like real people, made sure they had real traits, made sure that their references to things were things that you would be like, I can see how that would be a thing. Or I made it feel like it was a real world, and basically a world that I was kind of sad that I don't live in at the end of it. If we want to base it just off of this story, just in general, I would read any book that Deborah ever puts out. Like just based off this one story, reading it, I'm like, anything she writes, I'm here. I'm here for it because everything about that book made, like, I was upset that it ended. I was like, why is this over? Like, why is this, like, there are several others that actually come out of this, and I was very glad that it was a series. But like, I have not really wanted to wait for the next one because I want to know what happens to these people, because these people are my friends now. These people in this story are my friends and my loved ones. I am here for everything that happens to them, even the ones I hate. I'm like, can they get their just due? Like, is it time? Let's go. Um, so I need to know. I need to know what happens to the people. You don't like magic, if you don't like characters that are, supernatural, demons, witches, vampires, if you don't like that, that's probably not for you. It's probably nothing you're gonna want to do. If you are one of those people who is a nonfiction historian type of reader, it might actually still catch your attention, because a lot of she's a history teacher. She's basically a history professor that decided to write a not a fiction book. And so it's like the best of both worlds. So a lot of these things you're like, wait, that really happened. Like, that was that time, that was that place. These were the things. These things make sense. And then she kind of throws in a little bit of magic. And so it's kind of the way I want, like, my entire world to be, the realistic things where you sprinkle a little magic on top and it's beautiful. And one of the things that I love about her is one of her sayings was, books are never guilty pleasures. You should never feel guilty about reading something, not even the cereal box. And that's from Deborah Harkness. And I think that pretty much sums up my entire life. Like, I don't feel guilty about anything that I enjoy. And neither does she. And I cannot wait for this entire story to unfold. And it is probably one of the most fun I've had. The first time I recommended a book to someone else and was like, you have to read this. Not, oh, I think you should. Like, said, no, you read this. If you don't, I'm gonna buy it for you. Like, I bought it for my sister. I was like, you're gonna read this book and we're gonna talk about it, because I need somebody to talk about this book with me. And she felt the same way I did. So it's been an amazing journey, and I can't wait for the next one.